How's it going? This is Ron Draper here on Next Up Magazine, and I'm next up.
And another thing I noticed that you do with your pieces, you always have like these words of wisdom.
Always. That's where it started. Like my need is to inspire people, and my job is to take particular words and turn those words into visual representations. Right. So yeah, this piece of art is cool, but it means nothing, I think, without the quote. Right. So my job is I take quotes and I turn them into visual kind of aids, because it's just that people need to hear certain things. Yeah. And it's either you're gonna read it, if you're not gonna read it, you're gonna see it somewhere. And I'm just that guy who likes to take that word and give it more impact. Because if you see it, it's like if you read this quote in a book, you're like, oh, it's cool, it's a nice quote. But if you see something that kind of sets or cements that idea into your mind, it makes a much bigger impact. So everything I do has quotes to it. Like you won't ever find a piece of work that I do that's not like home decor stuff. Yeah. Like when I'm redoing couches and stuff, that's a whole different story. But like actual artwork, anyone knows my Enlightenment series, that's really what it is. And while it's funny, while we are on that topic, no one ever asked me, like I rarely get this question. Everyone sees EBA, you see my initials, you see the year, you see EBAM. Let me explain where that comes from. Most people don't know what that is. Like 95% of people have no idea what that means. So I call this my Enlightenment series, but no one really knows that because my goal is to enlighten people through artwork. So enlightenment is the E, and the BAM is by any means. So I'm from Harlem. I'm a child of Malcolm X. Like I was born 20 years after he was killed. But at the same time, growing up in Harlem, that spirit is always there. Like it's not as if, like Malcolm X pretty much personified what Harlem is. So it never died out because that's what Harlem is, period. So just that need to enlighten folks, I just kind of took that under the moniker from Malcolm X by any means. It's just, I'm gonna do it somehow, some way. Because some people might not want to hear it, but some people want to see it. So I think visually, you get more of an impact that way. So that's my soapbox.
Now, what do you have to say to the young viewers, the young bucks that want to hop into this style of painting, want to be, express their creativeness? What do you say to them? What's their start? Where do they start at?
Do it. Do something. So you say all the time. You get folks who will say, I want to do this, I want to do that, I'm thinking about doing this, just do it. Nothing to it but to do it.
There you have it.
Just do it and you'll find out everything else later, just go.
No excuses, just do it. You heard it from the man himself. So what's next? What's next for Ronald Draper? Overseas, global?
Well, I have work overseas. I have one of my pieces traveling, a few of my pieces traveling in the show. I have no idea where it is now, I need to check on that. But right now I'm just focused on the Draper space, which is the space you guys are in. Yeah. I'm opening April 2015. I almost said 14, wow. April 2015, and just kind of building on the vibe here and just letting people understand that this is something that I've been working on for years. That I never thought might have been a possibility, but now that it is, everyone's gonna know. And like, I don't wanna say you're gonna feel my wrath, that sounds crazy, but you're gonna know I'm here.
There you have it. I unfortunately I missed out on this last exhibit.
This guy. That was a bad mistake, man.
It was.
That was a big mistake, man.
I got to see the turnout of it and a couple of clips from it, man. Listen, man.
I guarantee you other people you know were there, and you're like, damn, why am I not there?
Man,
always
happens. You have no idea. So I definitely plan on being at the grand opening or any other future projects this man plan on having, you know what I mean? If anybody want to get in contact with you, let them know where can they reach you at?
RonaldDraperArt.com, all my contact info is there. IG, RonaldDraper_art. But if you go to my website, all my info is there. I'm not hard to find. Like, put out the bat signal, you'll find me. So.
There you have it. Also, I don't know if you can disclose that, but as far as if one would like to purchase a piece of your fine artwork, what are the numbers looking like? Is it good? Is it good for us or upper echelons?
Like, you see how you see my work kind of appeals to everybody? Yeah. It depends on what you're talking. Yeah. Like, my work is, 90% of my work is custom made. That's why nothing is in here. Yeah. Like, if you can zoom around, there's literally nothing in it because nothing is.
That's a good thing.
Everything is made to order. So about every time people see it online or Instagram, by the time you see it, there's a 90% chance that someone already owns it. And that's just me posting the work. Yeah. But my work is really done for everybody. I work with any budget, I work with anything. It might not be the same thing as this, but everyone can always get something. My work is custom made, so I'm not gonna ever turn work down. Like, I'll say no to people who have like certain ideas that I might not agree with for whatever particular reason, but yeah, like I definitely take all work, and if you got a budget, I work with it. Like I said, it might not be something like that, of course, but like I've done work I've done small things that cost $100. I've done things that are in the 5-figure range.
So
it really depends on, like, there's no range.
He's negotiable, he's reachable, he can work with you. You know what I mean? He can work with you. So moving forward, I mean, any other future projects you plan on tackling, or we just gonna stay in the art lane for now?
Art's always been my lane, but now as far as just building my
brand,
not saying building my brand, more so exercising and flexing my influence. Now I have an influence that I didn't have before, and using that to kind of work on different projects. Like Take Care Harlem is something that we've been working on, me and a few of my partners. That helps kind of just promote community prosperity through the use of arts, culture, entrepreneurship, whatever it may be. So just putting that together, building programs, working on Harlem Hospital and a few other things.
Nice.
I actually installed working there yesterday, all morning. But yeah, work at Harlem Hospital and just getting things out there, whether we're feeding thousands of people, whether we're running art programs where kids don't have art, whether we're running financial literacy workshops. Like, we're out just about bettering our community. So I'm still doing the art, that's never gonna stop. But now just using this art to influence other things and just running my teaching programs, running my art programs. I teach in Brooklyn. Like, I teach in schools, I teach art. Kids don't have it, so they bring me in to kind of teach things. So if I'm not doing my art directly, I'm using art to change something somewhere. So.
Now, you said that you teach in schools. How important is that art curriculum?
Super important, man. Not for the sake of everyone has to be able to paint, because that's not true. Some people just can't. It is what it is. But everyone needs some kind of lane to express themselves, whether it's art, visual art, whether it's photography, whether it's fashion. That all falls under the art umbrella, falls under the art umbrella. So everyone needs to be able to do something to kind of express themselves. Some people go through a lot of stuff, but they have no way to express themselves. That's when things turn out the way they're not supposed to be. That's where bias comes, that's where depression comes in. But there's always something that someone can use to kind of take that pain or particular trauma and put it into something else. So if not for any other reason, just for the sake of helping children to express themselves, everyone needs an outlet. A lot of kids don't have outlets. Because everyone's stuck to PlayStation and Xbox and their iPhones and their Android phones, so they don't have that luxury that we had. That they still have sports and stuff, but it's not the same. Back then I didn't have PlayStation. Well, I did have PlayStation. I didn't have like the same smartphones around on my hip to do whatever 24/7. It was like, listen, we had to find ways to if you felt bad, you can't just go vent on Facebook. You had to find something to get into that didn't involve anyone else. There's something that kids can do where if they're by themselves, they're still able to get something done. Because now everything is based on crowds. Everything is based on other people's reactions, but everyone needs to find something that they're able to use to kind of tone everything down, to kind of just put themselves in a good place. So that's why art is super important.
Absolutely. Now, I see that you're working. I'm not going to hold you up any longer. I just got 3 more questions.
3 more questions, let's go.
Okay, who would you say, what was your biggest purchase? Well, the biggest purchase that someone actually purchased from you. I don't know if you would have disclosed whether it's a celebrity or not, or
my biggest purchase financially, or biggest like impactful, or biggest?
Yeah, impactful, I guess. Pretty much, we can go with that. Like that piece that was purchased, I was like, yeah, this is it. This is my lane. Although you said that you know art was always in you, but like what was that point in time when that purchase was made? It was like, okay, this is where I belong, and I'm gonna.
There's a few. I know my work being at Harlem Hospital is huge. That's big. Since I was born there, it's always something that I kind of take pride in. Won't disclose who, but I remember I got an email from the bad boy office. I work in the bad boy office. Where else? Like, I have commercial clients that have paid me to do work, like, how can I explain it? Like, I work outside of buildings. Where that's like in the side of a building.
Excuse me. Outside of it.
Like things like that. What else? I've done work for Liza Minnelli. I've done a lot of work and something I just don't speak about. It's just some things don't need to be spoken on. Because it's not really that, I say it's not that important, but it doesn't matter to me. I don't care if you're Diddy, I don't care if you're Joe Schmo from around the corner. Like, you're just as important to me as anyone else. I don't care if you're spending $500, I don't care if you're spending $5,000. Like, you're coming to me, so I'm gonna treat you the same. I don't care what your money is.
Right. Cool.
Like, the only difference is you might have bigger work, but at the same time, you're still a client that can always, like, you're coming to me for business, I'm never ever gonna treat anyone in any particular way. So there's no real biggest purchase, but I have some out there that really, I don't know, I never consider one any bigger than the other.
They're all the same.
Yeah, it's all the same, to be honest with me.
That's the man who loves what he does right there, you know what I mean? All right, two more. What do you least like about, if there is a least, what do you least like about it, and what do you love the most about it?
Art itself, or doing what I'm doing?
No, yeah, art itself, right.
What I least like about it?
If there is a least, if not, that's pretty good.
There's definitely a few least. What do I least like about it? Like, it's a little bit of, it's like this might answer both questions at the same time. Art is something that people see and inspires people, which is great. But the thing is, there's a lot of noise going on now where there's so many people who are doing it because, oh, Raj's doing well, he's doing well financially rather. So now everyone jumps into it. They kind of do it for the money now. So I don't like when people don't do it for the right reasons.
Yeah.
So a lot of people just doing it. It's an oversaturation of just artists. And not saying everyone can't be an artist, but if you're gonna do it for the right reasons. Because if you're not doing it, understand that when you're not getting the money you thought you were gonna get and you're eating that humble pie, that the love for and the passion is gonna get you through. If you don't have that, you're gonna stop. Like a lot of people go up, you see people putting up so much work, they kind of die out. That's because they're obviously not getting what they thought they were gonna get. But those who are doing it for the right reasons, when it's not about the money, those are the people who kind of keep on going and fight through it. Like when I first started, I wasn't getting nowhere near what I'm getting paid now. But at the same time, I knew this is something I wanted to do, whether I was getting paid for it or not. Like, if money was no object, I'd be doing this, period. I'd be doing it either way. It's not like I'm doing it for the money. Like, I'm not working for free, but this is not done for the money. But a lot of people do it for the money. Like, whether it be art, fashion, whatever it may be, if you're not doing it with the right passion, don't even bother. Because now you're oversaturating the market for people who are actually doing it for the right reasons. And that's not to speak of anyone's quality of work, because I know people doing it for the wrong reasons do great work. Like, there are plenty of fashion lines out there that are super cool, that are nice, but they're just doing it for the money. You can see when it kind of pops up out of nowhere. They're doing it because things are kind of trendy now. So yeah, if you're gonna do it, if people are doing it for the wrong reasons, like, I don't know, I can't speak of anyone doing it for the wrong reasons, but you kind of know when it happens. People fall off the face of the earth, you kind of know. And the best thing I like about it, get to have fun doing what I love. Like, this is literally doing what I love. I'm having so much fun doing it. Like you said, when you're saying, oh, this is a lot of work, to me it's not work, this is fun. This is just a process of doing what I'm doing.
Definitely.
What else? I can go on about what I love for hours. Because this is what I do. Like, I have fun, people respect what I do. People know I'm doing it for the right reasons, so I can't complain one bit.
There you have it. You heard it from the man himself. The icon, future legend, Mr. Dapper Dan himself, Ronald Draper, man. Anything else you want to say to people?
Stay tuned. If you don't know who I am yet, you're gonna know soon. Trust me on that.
You heard it first. It's your boy Q Cassius. Shout out to the whole Next Up family. Shout out to Todd Visuals. Thank you for hanging out with us again for another great installment. Stay tuned for this to drop. Go to www.nextupmag.com. We're on Instagram @nextupmagazine. Peace and love.